I'll carry you. That is the firm agreement that these two thriving families have reached. Other species are more sybaritic. They feed by drinking out of this immaculate cup, the corolla of the flower that is found in the palo de balsa tree. An intoxicating nectar is concentrated there that drives the Artibeus lituratus mad, a large-sized bat that takes advantage of these flowers only at night. "45 million years have been needed for this show to go on. It looks like science fiction, but it's not. This is the way Mother Nature is, and our ignorance makes it even more surprising." Rogerio himself refuses to answer a numerical question. How many different bat species can be found in the Amazon jungle? Modern science assures that the figure is approximately 140, but he is convinced that there are many more, although we may never get to know the exact number. The bats are once again attracted by the nectar, in this case an amount not easily spurned of 2,000 liters per tree. But the heart of the matter is that they are unknowingly being used by the plants as exchanges of pollen, a guarantee for the health and genetic variety of the jungles.
Bats are the pollinizers of various types of trees and are also the scatterers of seeds for a large amount of Amazonic jungle vegetable species. These processes are very important because when they carry the pollen on their fur, they are transporting the plant's sexual organs, either in their mouths or in the digestive tube, and spread a long distance away from the mother plant. This way they are promoting a valuable genetic flow, scattering these trees' offspring.
These two human beings, aside from carrying out a disciplined and efficient task, humanize science with their care for a land so often mistreated. Rogerio and Aldenora form a part of the scarce clan of people who enjoy their work. The jungle is safe with them, and the old Amazon is understood inside and outside of its frontiers. We follow the night stream, motorized and out in the open air, plowing through a road in which, throughout its 147 kilometers, there are 126 bridges, a world record. As do the oil lamps, thousands of eyes follow our steps. Impassive animals contemplate us from the water. They're not in a hurry. We are. We have an appointment to keep. This is our hostess, Dr. Zilka Campos, a habitual investigator of the Amazonic fauna, who is now developing her fieldwork in the Mato Grosso, right in the center of the Pantanal. And here is where we have come to find out if what is said about her is true. We have been told that she leads a group of men and that her favorite animal is one of unpredictable reactions. Zilka has been risking her life these past 13 years for an unalterable nature. At the end of the afternoon, all possible doubts begin to fade away, and the fauna that is being studied by Dr. Campos lets itself be seen. She has been among the jacares for 13 years, and this is not a figure of speech, because her work is not about mere observations from afar with binoculars. Zilka has to capture them one by one and in the wild, to proceed to identify them and analyze certain unknown aspects of their biology, body-to-body science. Bloodier tactics were used during the 20th century to capture the jacare along this rosary of lagoons. Today, the doctor and her collaborators avoid bloodshed. The ammunition used against these prehistoric animals is just a series of small starts. Besides jacares, these waters are also full of piranhas, a voracious little fish. Zilka must not let herself be tempted, because a bath here is not exactly medicinal. Little by little, the marsh loses its jacares. Therefore, the results of the expedition are a total success. After all the hard work and back on land, each individual will be examined, and above all, the close relationship that exists between these animals and their environment. There are 6 species of crocodiles in Brazil, of the 22 that exist in the world. For a number of years, Zilka has been establishing acceptable scientific parameters for the authorities for a real conservation of this species, the Pantanal jacare.
We are developing a study on thermoregulated behavior. The jacare is an exothermic animal, and its corporal temperature works in relation to environmental variations. If it's sunbathed, it will be warmer. And if it takes a swim, its body will assimilate the water temperature. Let's see if the environmental conditions coincide with the animal's corporal temperature. Let's take a reading. The temperature in the water is 31.9 degrees.
The doctor is teaching her co-workers everything about the jacare myth, even how to distinguish its genitals. This one is a male.
Para você saber se é macho ou fêmea, você precisa colocar o dedo aqui e tirar o macho, o pênis, né?
This small woman has undoubtedly won the respect of her co-workers, José Augusto, Bandier, and Barriga. She's a strong and responsible woman.
Yes, she puts a great amount of willpower into her work.
But she's not very tall.
Yes, that's true, but she has the breed.
A lot of good traits.
What are some of her traits?
She's very brave and is courageous enough to walk around by herself at night and stays far away from home observing the jacares, 6 or 7 kilometers away, and we respect her a lot.
There you go. The same respect that I have for them.
We owe her a deep understanding of these animals. She has also taught us how to work with the jacares without running too many risks, with precaution and attention, because our work is dangerous and an accident can occur. But it's different with her, thank God. Everything is going well.
Humanism in the heart of nature. Defenders of animal rationale, or not. In today's program, we once again find a team on good terms. The jacares are more active during the night, and so is this group of researchers. We have to keep up with them, and the insects keep up with us. Our director of photography, Lati Maranya, is aware of the importance that lighting has in our work. Things have to be illuminated, there's no choice, and millions of insects also want to come out on television. The day's work of the members of the Jacare project Embrapa has been interrupted. From nightfall to daybreak, at least 50 jacares will have been captured. Many are adults that accompany their offspring. This species remains with their offspring during almost a year. These are behaving in a particularly aggressive manner, and it would be best to disarm them immediately. Besides, flies don't get into sealed mouths, an important issue in today's program. Dr. Zilka Campus's most important discovery after nights like these is that the temperature that affects the jacare eggs after an incubation period of 60 days will determine the genitals of the newborn. This is how important environmental factors are upon the lives of these animals, and a climatic catastrophe such as the greenhouse effect could unbalance the population scales of these reptiles. No one can be done without in this scheme of things. Not even these disgusting insects that repel us so. These jacares have Zilka. The turtles have Gaspar. The bats have Rogerio and Aldenora. The rivers and manatees have the zoologists of Manaus. The orchids have João Batista. And even the jungle's atmosphere is being observed by NASA as if it were a shiny, fine gem. It's a fact that the Amazonia is threatened, and that thousands of people are watching out for its health with absolute scientific rigor is also an important fact. We still have time. Let's regain the road of hope. Pantanal, a disturbing name for a distant geography. That is the title of our next program. We're going to visit the largest wetlands of the planet to live life as usual. Few are the places that say so much in such a short amount of time. An hour of television to listen to a message from the wild. Our next meeting will take place under wide horizons and profound contexts. We will see the legendary Pantaneiros live side by side with a spectacular fauna, varied and untamed. All this in a space of waterlogged land that is independent from the Amazon, but heir to its strength and virtues. Don't forget, we'll be waiting for you in the Pantanal, here on your series, Amazonia, The Last Call.